thank you so much indeed for being here on Citizen and News at 1. Your Prime Minister, the Somali Prime Minister, paid Kenya a courtesy call just recently. How significant was that meeting?
First of all, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
The Somali Prime Minister came here on Tuesday after receiving invitation from the Deputy President, Honorable Ruto. They had a meeting on Wednesday morning, really a good meeting, which they have talked many issues. Of course, it's the relationship between the two countries. Part of Somalia, the Prime Minister emphasized how thankful and appreciative we are with the Kenyan government and its people for helping us since we had a civil war from 1991. Lately, KDF being part of AMISOM, helping us defeat Shabab and liberating Somalia while in debt for Kenya. The other thing that was talked was that now the Deputy Prime Minister said, the Deputy President, pardon me, the Deputy President said the Kenyan embassy will be reopened.
When will that be?
I think it will be in June this year. The relationship is really very good.
How significant will that be? Because we've had, since 1991, I mean, the Kenyan embassy in Somalia was closed in 1991, and now it's going to be reopened in June, if at all the plans are set to go as planned. So how significant, how different will it be?
It is very important. Of course, now Kenya have an ambassador which gave his credentials to the President, Ambassador Mekara, who will lead the Kenyan delegation to Somalia in Mogadishu in June. It's very significant. I believe that in relationship between the two countries, here in Kenya we have a lot of Somalis, the refugees of course, and also we have business people who work here. And in Mogadishu now, in Somalia itself, after the situation was getting better, I came from Mogadishu last week. You know, most of the teachers, the professors at the universities in Somalia, in Mogadishu, are from Kenya. The hotels, the managers, from Kenya. So now we are interacting, and I think it's very important now to have a Kenyan embassy.
I mean, there are people who still feel, you know, we're not very sure about security in Mogadishu, in Somalia. Perhaps you could clarify.
It's very true. It's very true. The situation is not 100% safe. But having said that, still people live there. Embassies have the embassies in Mogadishu. We have, like, I think 9 or 10 embassies which function in Mogadishu. The UN agencies, NGOs are there. In Mogadishu itself, if you see that now a lot of construction is happening, taking place, hotels being reopened, Somali diaspora coming back from diaspora and really taking part on rebuilding the country. Of course, it's not 100% safe. Shabab, now we believe that this is their last kick. In Mogadishu now lately, there have been suicide attacks and grenades and stuff. And as the Prime Minister have said the other day, there's going to be a big, offensive attack, and we believe that by the end of this year, the whole country will be liberated. Of course, with the help of AMISOM troops, including KDF.
Of course, something else that is being planned for is that we'll be having a team of legislators from Kenya visiting Somalia.
That's very true. When the PM was here also, it was really fortunate that the Speaker of the Kenyan Parliament here invited him for lunch, and they had a good meeting also. After that, some Kenyan MPs now are willing, will go to Mogadishu really to interact and meet their counterparts in Mogadishu, where they will see it. And the other thing that the Prime Minister and the Deputy President have talked was that now we want the assistance from Kenyan government. Our ministries, we have new ministries. We want to learn from Kenya and take advantage of the Kenyan ministries and the government, so that they will interact, including also the legislative and the MPs.
All right. Let's now look at some of the challenges that the two countries are facing. Let's begin with the refugee situation. How is the Somali government coming in?
If you remember, last year we signed a tripartite agreement, Kenya, Somalia, and UNHCR. Now we are trying to make a commission between the two governments, where we will emphasize and see how they can go. The refugees who want to go back home voluntarily, of course, when they want to go back, we want to make sure that they don't go back to where it's not safe. We want them to go back cities which are safe, because we don't want to create IDPs in Mogadishu, in Somalia again. We have identified 3 cities, Kismayo, Luq, and Baidoa, which are safe now, and any Somali refugee who want to go back to those areas will be assisted and helped.
Perhaps any success stories in regards to refugees who have gone back to Somalia?
Our embassy now in Nairobi now, Somali embassy in Nairobi, we have assisted and helped Somali refugees who came to us asking for documents to go back home. And so far the number that we have now which went back to Somalia freely, voluntarily, about 80,000 Somalis who went back. So we believe that as the security situation gets better, they want to go back home. It's sweet home. You cannot replace home.
Sweet home indeed.
Yes.
But a couple of concerns as well. There was a report that the chief of protocol of Somali embassy in Kenya, Yusuf Orsame, was arrested over terrorism charges. How's that gone? I
am not aware of any terrorism charges, but it's true that he's in custody, and the two governments now are talking, and since it's in investigation, I don't want to go into details.
Mm-hmm. But all is well, because concerns have been that people of Somali origin have been targeted in relation to terrorism. The terrorist attack that took place, it's very unfortunate that, and we have talked with the Kenyan government itself, that whenever these attacks happen, some people assume and accuse Somalis. Of course, us ourselves, Somali people, we are victims of these terrorist attacks. Now, over 20 years, Shabab are doing the same thing inside Somalia, and it's not fair that we also are labeled to be terrorists. Since we are the victims. And Kenya and Somalia are working very closely on this issue. The things that's happening also, the Westgate attacks and other attacks, unfortunately, are happening, we believe, because Kenya helped Somalia. So we have common enemy, and we are working together to defeat this common enemy that we have, which are the terrorists. There have been also claims in relation to fake passports, fake visas, and that really targets the Somali embassy in Kenya.
I haven't seen it.
Fake passports.
Yeah, no, we don't have any fake passports made in our embassy.
Visas.
And visas, we don't give visas. Somali embassy gives only visas to people who go to Somalia. We don't give other visas. And as I said earlier, the two countries, their security agencies are working closely on these issues.
All right, perhaps moving forward, what is your message in terms of bringing these two countries together to work in a diplomatic, amicable manner?
We are on the right track. We are working closely together, and this is the really proof of the Deputy President inviting the Prime Minister of Somalia coming here. And in Kenya, we have a big Somali community. On the other night, the Prime Minister met with the Somali community here. Over 200 people came, showed the support of the government. The two countries, I think they can do much better. And now it's really, the relationship is very positive, it's very good. And a positive sign is also the opening, raising the Kenyan flag in Mogadishu.
Ah, fantastic. And the people of Somalia are actually watching this, right?
Oh, I was going to say that. I was in Mogadishu last week.
All right.
And I watched it on TV, live in Mogadishu. It's really, people are watching.
Thank you so much indeed, Honorable Ambassador Mohamed Ali, Somali Ambassador to Kenya.